Nothing like my last one. My last one sucked. Because I don't have a freaking clue why that didn't work. Well, you guys might, but I don't. This is named Fortnight Trolls because I forgot to change the name, but what I'm going to show you is 2 key spots that you can go to help yourself out and get a little bit more kills earlier on. The first place is going to be right next to Tilted. It's right on this hill up here, and maybe one person might go there, but most of the time no one goes here. So when you get here, you always want to go to the top, and if there's no chest there, don't worry about it, just hop right down. Only problem is most of the times you don't get a gun. But when you do get a gun, there's a bunch of kills that you can get. So I recommend going there. And if you never get a gun, too busy, go in here. There's almost always a chest. And when there's a chest, it means you get a gun and you can kill people. It's kind of obvious, if you ask me. Let's see. Ow. That freaking sucked. Well, that's one of the ways you can get a decent kill right off the bat. But it's also another way. Now when you get a gun, it's a lot better. And basically, you can go down right away as soon as you get a gun. Build, hopefully you don't take any damage. And you can look for people who are still gliding down and try and shoot them out of the sky, or wait till they land and try and let them try and break down into the building and shoot them while they're breaking down, because when they're breaking down, they can't really move. So the next place I'm going to show you is right next to Greasy, also on a hill. Basically the same strategy. There's a house on the top of a hill, and you want to try and get as much loot out of it as you can. And you can go to 2 houses. There's one red brick one on the right and one white wood one on the left. I suggest going to the right one because it's quicker. But otherwise you can go to the white one on the left. It's right here. So, and the other one I showed you was over here on that mountain right next to Tilted. The other one is over here. So when you get to that house, you can look for one of these 2 houses, or go for the chest in the middle of those houses. Usually no one goes to that right away because they're looting the houses and stuff like that. If no one is in one of the houses, especially the red brick one, always go for that house. Because if you don't go for it, you're most likely not going to get as much guns. And what you always want to look for is there breakage on the roof? If there is, that means someone's probably in there. If there's not, there's a high chance someone's not. But if there is someone in there that never broke through the roof, that's why you should always have a shotgun handy. That's why I prefer, if you're not sure or if someone is there or not, I suggest you always have a shotgun, or you look back as soon as you land and see if anybody is going to land there. So those are 2 places. I have one other place that is a key spot to land, and I'll show you guys that next time in this video, but next time next game round. So let me just show you. This next house is a lot bigger. Well, I wouldn't say bigger, but has a lot more loot than the last one. It's right up on this hill. You usually get 3 to 2 guns, and only once I have gotten 0 guns. And that's a very low chance. I just got out. But as you can see, if you do not feel comfortable going to Greasy, over here is a chest by that tree. And you can go, after you grab all this loot from this house, you can go over there and grab some loot, and grab the loot from the chest, head on over, and there is also usually like a chest right around under these stairs. You can probably hear it on your way down. And you just break through this way, go down here, loot it. Usually some decent good stuff. As you can see, I'm pretty far away. I'm decently close. So let's just say I wanted to go to Gracie. And as you can see, there's no breakage in the roof. But if you were not sure if there's like any, well, as I can see, there's like no breakage in the front because both those things are up. So if you don't feel comfortable going there, either go there or over here where the chest is, and I'm gonna go show you guys that. This chest usually has some decent loot. Well, it's a chest, so it always has a gun, ammo, and wood. I am actually might do some trolls later on. I'm probably gonna do some trolls. But as you can see, I got pretty lucky there with the grenade launcher. So if the storm is far away, or pretty far away like it is right now, I suggest hiding behind this tree right here. This big great tree. Because people are going to start to come out of Greasy because of the storm. You just hide behind here, wait for them, just keep waiting. If you're gonna do this, you should always have an assault rifle, or at least anything fast shooting. Assault rifle, submachine gun. You just wait there and pick them off one by one. Or if Greasy is all to yourself, take it no matter where the circle is, because you are likely to get bandages, and bandages are good for the first wave, mostly because the storm only does 1 damage. So if you get past 75 and you're pretty close to the storm, eye, you should probably carry some bandages around. And that's why you basically always need bandages. C4, I tend to not grab C4. I just did here because I didn't really need the bandages in that situation. And that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. I prefer to use the tack. Most people prefer to use something else, and oh, I accidentally grabbed that. Never use the bush. The one thing the bush is good at is either, well, two things the bush is good at: giving your spot away and telling you when you get hit. Telling you when you get hit is probably the only good thing it does. It tells you, how does it tell you when you get hit? Well, it basically, you lose the bush, but I would suggest hiding in an actual bush, not hiding in a bush they give you. If you're gonna hide in a bush they give you, it's fine with me. It's just, I prefer to not, because it's not really good, because you can move around. And is someone more likely gonna attack a little speck or a green speck with leaves falling off of it. That's just what I think of it as. But so never use the bush unless you're just trolling people, which I might happen to do. I should have grabbed that bush so I could troll some people. Well, too late now. So as you can see, the storm's coming in. People from Greece are probably going to be coming. So Greasy, Tilted, Pleasant, Snobby, all those places are probably going to be coming right behind you. So what you need to do is you need to always be watching your back. And once you get to the storm, maybe build a little fort and make sure you always have materials in the beginning, because if you build a little fort, the people who come out from the storm are either going to be damaged by the storm, or they're just going to make it past the storm in enough time, and they will be tired and checking where the next storm is going to be. So, as you can see right here, if I were to go up here, I could just build a little fort next to the circle, just a little one. Doesn't have to be that big. And especially if the circle is the same as mine, maybe build up to this, break up, build a little bit more. Someone's definitely been here, but as you can see, doesn't look like anybody was in Greasy. So at that time, you probably could have just taken Greasy all to yourself. I wasn't smart and I didn't look back to see if anybody was going there. So that's one of my mistakes. But I'm gonna tell you guys something about. Oop, I see someone. But I'm gonna tell you guys something about C4. I only like to use C4 on buildings. When someone builds, you wanna, if you can sneak up on them and get under them and maybe like put C4 on like every side, as soon as you blow it up, you should go right for the staircase, because as soon as you destroy that, they're gonna just topple right down. And that will be it for my video. Thank you guys for watching, and that's the end.